the conversation we're going to have with the management and telling us a bit about Deccan Gold's portfolio.
Right, Tamanna, so as you rightly mentioned, the company has proposed to invest in a tungsten project which is located in Spain. The company may take up to 75% of the entire thing prior to production, and this is basically an early stage exploration project and has a opportunity to convert discovered mineralization to mineral resources within 1 to 2 years. This project lies within highly mineralized region of Spain, and this is known for tungsten, rare earth elements, as well as gold occurrences. Now, what does this actually mean for the company? Tungsten is globally recognized as a critical mineral which is used in defense as well as aerospace. Plus, the global supplies for this particular mineral continues to be constrained for the entire the entire global supply, and China accounts for over 80% of worldwide production of tungsten. The company has also noted that potential opportunities through associated gold targets are also being seen. So the overall picture is that it could mean a very positive investment that is being made by the company, but we would want to know from the management as to what this exactly means and how much can this add to their business as well as the top line.
Okay, thank you for that. Hanuma Prasad Modali joining in this morning. He's Managing Director at Deccan Gold Mines. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Tell us first about the Spanish mine and why you want to mine there. What is the idea? How does it add to your strategic outlook?
Good morning. Thanks for having me here on the show. As you all know, tungsten is a very critical mineral. It can sustain very high temperatures like 2400 degrees, and it is used as a super alloy in jet engines, rocket components, etc., etc. So the company, the Deccan Gold Mines, for the last 3-4 years has been diversifying into the critical mineral sector. And Spain is one of the destinations that we have chosen to be in. The reason being, this particular belt is known for tungsten mineralization. And there are a number of tungsten deposits that are being developed. And actually, if you see the global production, of course, China dominates everything, but in the top 5, Spain is also one of the tungsten producers. So we plan to be there. And also, the Spain offers several incentives. I mean, it has, apart from the incentives, it has a good infrastructure, and there is
the capex. What is the capex that you have to spend? What is the acquisition cost? And just from my understanding, tungsten, as you're saying, is very valuable. Isn't that something which the government or the sovereign in that location would also want control on? So what is this deal going to be like? Do you have control on what you mine?
The plan is it's a gradual investment that we make. We are looking at around $40 million investment. We will set up the processing plant in that project. Initially, first 2 years we will be drilling and improving the resources, and subsequently we will get into the processing plant. It is a critical metal, and the government would like to have a say in that one. But as of today, the policy in the Spain, actually they are giving incentives even to export these critical commodities. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be investing this kind of money, and we are hopeful that these critical commodities can be brought into India at some point in time.
Okay. Sir, this is Hiral on this side. I want to understand, your focus initially was India. In the last 2 years, you've actually prioritized expansion when it comes to Tanzania, Spain, and other regions. So what is the reason for the priority to be given to expansion and diversification into other regions versus your India operations?
I think you're right. Last 2 to 3 years, we have been diversifying. Previously, when we started off, we were like a gold based. Our entire focus was on gold and in India. But in the last 2 to 3 years, we have clearly seen there are opportunities outside India. And also, we took a decision to move into the critical commodities sometime around 2021, 22. I think that was a very good decision we made. And obviously, the driving force is wherever the geology demands, wherever there is a potential, you have to go there. I think even Government of India is now planning to go to various other countries to get these critical metals. So our diversification strategy going outside India also is in tune with whatever that is happening in this particular sector. At the same time, we are developing mines in India. The gold mine in Andhra, which has now come into the production, that has been developed over the last last few years, in fact. And also we are fully participating in Indian operations as well. I mean, like Indian mining industry as well. Like we took a nickel, copper, platinum block in Chhattisgarh through auction, and we are going to explore there as well. So yes, we have diversified into other jurisdictions because there are potential areas, and as a company, we need to look at all the possible opportunities elsewhere as well.
Dolly, good morning and all the best for all of these plans. Sir, I would love to know, when do any of these plans or some of the earlier noted plans start in some way showing up on the numbers for Deccan Gold, right? I mean, I saw the change of management happening in 2021, you got reappointed 24, but I've heard about potential gold mining from on the Ganajur or some of the other mines since 2006. Now there are broader plans that Deccan Gold as well has, but the numbers don't show. There is no revenue, there is no profitability. In fact, there are accumulated losses. When does it start showing on the numbers?
I think since we started in 2003, we were focusing in India. We made several discoveries, but from 2021 onwards, we made a change in terms of our strategy. We diversified. You're right. In the last few years, we have been investing in these projects. But you also might have seen that this year we have commissioned both the projects. That is one in Andhra Pradesh, where we have 27% in that project, and also the Kyrgyzstan project. Last couple of days back, we started the trial. So we are effectively into the gold production. From next year onwards, you will see the numbers, the revenues that are coming out of these two projects, particularly from the Kyrgyzstan, where we have 60% controlling stake in that project. We are going to produce about 350 kilos of gold next year. So next year it will reflect, but I think that's how the exploration companies are. Till you come into the full-scale production, the revenues may not be there, it may show as accumulated losses, but once you come into the production, it's a different scenario altogether. So we are very, very confident. From next year onwards, we will have the numbers, and also we have a pipeline of projects which will add value to the
Got it. So, Mr. Modali, revenues start in FY27, which is good to know. Is there some internal target about what the numbers could look like in FY30? Because I must tell you, there are a lot of your patient shareholders, right, who've been waiting for Ganajur, for Janagiri, etc., etc., etc. And I know there were some permissions that were not coming your way, court cases, etc. But I think shareholders and viewers deserve this some idea of what some numbers could look like in FY27, 28, FY30, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if I take the couple of projects that are coming into the revenue stream now, one is the Janagiri project in Andhra Pradesh, where we are going to produce 450 kilos of gold next year, and also the Kyrgyzstan project, which is going to produce around 350 kilos of gold. So together, if I take the Kyrgyzstan project, we'll have a PAT margin of about 100 crores out of this project, and the Janagiri project also almost similar amount of PAT we will have in our accounts in the next year. So these are the kind of numbers, about 200 crores plus probably we'll have next year. And then going forward, these projects are going to be ramped up. In the next 3 to 4 years, the Kyrgyzstan project will produce about 700 to 800 kilos per annum. And similarly, Janagiri project also could go to a ton per annum. So these are the kind of numbers that we are looking at least for the next year.
Sorry, which is great. So is there a ballpark? Sorry, just make it easy for us, right? Because there's so much that you are doing. Yeah. You understand your company the best. Let's say FY28 or FY29. What could be an approximate revenue or a bottom line number?
I think let me start with 2027. In terms of revenues, the bottom line is going to be around 200 crores next year. And going forward by 2029, that could go to around 400 to 450 crores.
200 crores of profit after tax in FY27,
Yeah.
which could go to
But
400 or 450 crores in FY29.
Yeah. Yes. That's what we are.
Do you see gold prices moving at the same trajectory?
I mean, we are, whatever we have been looking at, assessing it, I think it may go a little bit more from now and stabilize at that place. Maybe around, I mean, internationally, if you speak today, it's around $4,400 per ounce. It could go to $4,800, $4,900 per ounce and stabilize there. That's what my personal view is.
900, says the man whose job is to mine gold. Thank you so much, Mr. Modari, for speaking with us this morning. All right, company in focus. And I would say, for Mr. Selvan, who we're going to interview in a bit, this is an early Christmas present. It's Chola Finance in focus on the back of allegations against the company.